Lost in all the excitement of all the moves the Hornets made yesterday was that Charles Lee coached his first game for Charlotte. Well, granted, it was a summer league game, but it was still a win, and seeing that the Hornets only had 21 of those last year, I think he'll take it. Hopefully we're not ruining the magic, but that big spacious garage it looks like the crew is broadcasting from is actually a big spacious green screen, much like this one. Now up close, it's not much to look at, but on TV, they can do just about anything.
The business he's talking about is esports, a business where, yes, actual physical trades exist. Give me a second.
St. John is currently a star player for the Hornets Venom GT, operating under the gamer tag Big Saint.
He knows week 1 did not go very well at all, but he is confident week 2 will be much better. And the difference for him, as Al alluded to, is film study.
You're a guy that has done everything in this sport. Why does a third place finish bring tears to your eyes?
I never dreamed of being a car owner.
But is even just a narrow victory enough to kind of get fans? Okay, well, hold on. You didn't even let me finish my question.
Let her finish.
I guess that's it. Is a narrow win?
What do they got to do to lose? Make people feel good about it? There's nothing. The people here, they don't want losers. They want wins. So nothing. They can come out and lose. I mean, Jacksonville's not a powerhouse. I mean, come on now. Come on.
That's just great football, and so I'm really proud of him for, just playing with the kind of effort that we were expecting from him.
Man, it sounds like Panthers rookie Nick Scorton made a real good impression in his first ever preseason game. In the loss to the Browns, he finished with 2 tackles. However, it was the play in which he didn't get the hit that had everyone talking. We're going to pull it up right here. It was in the second quarter with the Browns driving. Their rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, tried to make his move. There you see number 11, Scorton, cuts him off. Sanders going to come back the other way. He thinks he's seen the last of Scorton. Football field, 160 feet wide. In 6 seconds, Scorton turned on a dime, came back the other way, and was able to force him out. Plus, the Checkers are still waiting on their Calder Cup final opponent, but you don't need to wait a second longer for Super Regional highlights. Starting in Chapel Hill, after taking game 1 yesterday, Tar Heels looked for the 2-game sweep on Arizona. This one was wild. Back and forth it went. 7th inning, UNC appeared to have the upper hand. 3-run blast from Tyson Bass. North Carolina goes up 7-6. They later go up 8-6, but look out. Wildcats coming back with fury. 4 straight runs, and 8 Arizona now with the lead. 9th inning, UNC, they still had a chance. Luke Stevenson represented the tying run, but he pops up to end the game after getting crushed 18-2 in the first game. Arizona comes back to win this one, 10-8 final. There will be a deciding game 3. It goes down Sunday at noon. Last year, we thought it was the training staff. If you recall, they couldn't keep guys like LaMelo Ball healthy. Well, as it turns out, we might have been too quick to judge. The Hornets clean house brought in a new set of trainers, and lo and behold, Melo still isn't playing. So now what? Is the team finally ready to embrace the fact that Ball was a bust? Not a chance. Remember last summer when Jeff Peterson says this was not going to be a quick fix? He was not lying. He knew last year's draft class was a bust, hence why they rolled the dice and went with Tijon Salam. This year's draft class is a different story. You like watching Cooper Flagg play? I'm willing to bet you'd like watching him more at the Spectrum Center. And so would Charles Lee, Jeff Peterson, and for that matter, anyone who has a say within the franchise. That's why, dare I say, the Hornets aren't sweating their struggles. I'm not saying they want to lose, but I'm not saying they don't. They're taking a chance, and who knows, come this draft in June, it might actually pay off.
Michigan football, first and go.
If you were to ask me to describe Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh, this is not how I would do it.
He definitely has a heart. I think he's a teddy bear as well.
Clearly, Gastonia resident Liana Bell knows something I don't. Having covered Jim when I worked in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I got to know him as a cantankerous coach. She and her family, however, got to know him in a much different light.
Coach Harbaugh reached out to me and was like, hey, Liana. I was like, hi.
Harbaugh had heard about Liana's son, who at one point might have been on the Wolverines' radar. Demetrius Walker was a star athlete from Muskegon High School who boasted numerous Division I offers. But U of M was the one he was waiting on.
He was just like, I just want Michigan. I'm ready for Michigan. He was going to get it.
But when Harbaugh called in the fall of 2022, it obviously wasn't going to happen. Demetrius was dying from cancer, and Harbaugh wanted to do something special for him.
This was the day that we were invited to the big house, And this is his first touchdown with Harbaugh and the boys.
The day was chronicled by ESPN and other national outlets. It's an experience Liana still thinks about, now more than a year after her son's death.
I have a lot of videos of us going through that tunnel, so I definitely relive that moment all the time.
Jim and his wife apparently do as well. Even though Liana left Michigan for North Carolina last year, the Harbaughs have not lost touch.
They just encourage me and tell me how great Michi was and how he has changed their life.
He inspired them to keep believing. And while it was a joy to see the Wolverines finally win it all this past week, Liana took greater pleasure whenever Harbaugh would bring up her son's name during media interviews.
You know, when people pass, you would think the world will stop, but it just keeps going. And he's just never forgotten.
The entire thing is bittersweet.
He's supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here celebrating with us.
Instead, Demetrius is now an immortal Wolverine.
It's like I felt the presence.
Still inspiring, still connecting, and still bringing out the best in everyone.